Ariana Grande defends Pete Davidson.
Jeffree star responds to Manny MUA.
And Lana Condor addresses To All the Boys I've Loved Before backlash.
All that and more on today's rundown.
Y'all, Nicki Minaj is finally clearing the air on that beef between her and Travis and Kylie.
Yeah, it's just like what? But first, we need to talk about the fact that Camila Cabello may be a new actress. So Camila Cabello and Dylan Sprouse are apparently working on a secret project and we are shook. Okay, so Dylan posted this adorable photo to his Instagram with the caption, "Quick shoot in Montreal for a secret project with Camila Cabello." Now, what could they be working on? Initially, we were thinking a music video, but now we're looking at the comment section like, what is really going on? So Debbie Ryan commented on the photo saying, "My babies," and then Netflix commented with the eye emojis that are looking to the side. You know I'm talking about, the side eye. So now we really need to know what's going on. Is Camila going to be acting? Well, she popped into the comment section saying, "What are we working on, Dylan?" And Dylan responded with, "Something with fried chicken and craft service, no doubt." So the fans are here for it. I'm here for it. The fact that Netflix left that side eye comment and then Debbie Ryan left a comment, and granted, Debbie Ryan is from Disney Channel, but she has a show on Netflix now too.
Insatiable.
Exactly. So is a Netflix series coming with Camila and Dylan? Like what? Because Dylan, you know, remember Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. He's an actor.
Yeah.
I need this to happen.
Yeah, I wonder if it's a second season of Insatiable on Netflix.
That could be.
Debbie Ryan. Although that show did get a lot of backlash,
Yeah.
so I'm not really sure. And I haven't heard if it got picked up for a second season. But yes, I'm here for this. I am curious to see something about Camila makes me think she would be a good actress.
Do you remember her, what video was it?
Music video with Lele Pons, Havana?
Yes, Havana, yeah.
Yeah.
She was so great in that, so I can totally see this.
I wish I could just get an acting gig by like looking hot.
Maybe a film. It could be a film.
Yeah, of course it could.
I mean, the options, it could be a lot of things, but I would
just be here for like a YouTube series.
I know, I'm so excited for this.
More Camila.
Yes.
There's so much to this story between Nicki Minaj and Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner, and now we have a new update.
Yes.
As you guys have probably heard, Nicki Minaj recently stirred up some drama between herself and the Scott Jenner clan due to Travis Scott's Astroworld beating out Nicki's Queen album on the charts. Well, things escalated after a series of tweets in which Nicki slammed Travis and attributed his album's success to Kylie's promotion, as well as her and baby Stormi's fame. So she tweeted, "I put my blood, sweat, and tears into writing a dope album only for Travis Scott to have Kylie Jenner post a tour pass telling people to come see her and Stormi." Nicki's tweet even inspired a number of memes from fans who found it outrageous and hilarious that the rapper called out baby Stormi in her rant. Well, it seems like the beef is officially over because Nicki herself put rumors of a growing feud between her and Travis and Kylie to rest on her Queen radio show. So during the broadcast, she said that she has nothing but love for Kylie. She said, "It's obvious she's got a ride for her man. She's a dope girl and has done nothing wrong." This response probably came out of some backlash because that rant, I was like, is Nicki okay? Is she gonna be okay? She needs a massage, she needs a vacation. I don't know. I feel like she probably had to apologize.
Yeah.
But then there's a part of me that thinks this could be a publicity stunt.
You know, honestly, because if you really look at her response, she didn't really say that changed her opinion. She just said, I have no issue. Like Kylie did what she needed to do for her man. She's a dope girl, but she didn't say like... Yeah, you know what I mean? So she responded, but I still think she feels exactly the way she felt before.
And that's okay.
That's fine.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'd feel the same way. But usually I don't go on radio shows and rant about it. I usually just keep it to myself. But I'm not Nicki, and she's a queen.
She's a queen. She can do what she wants. All right, guys. So if you haven't seen the film already, To All the Boys I've Loved Before, go ahead and head to Netflix now and check it out. But apparently, even though the film has gotten rave reviews, it's received some backlash, all because of casting. So Lana Condor has responded to backlash from fans who wanted an Asian male cast as her love interest. Over the weekend, some fans of the movie expressed their frustration with the fact that the movie did not feature an Asian male romantic lead. And while most people are madly in love with Noah Centineo, who plays Lana Condor's love interest, Peter Kavinsky, there are a few people who wanted to see an Asian actor in his place. Now, a lot of the backlash came from fans of the book, but in a new interview with The Cut, Lana defended the casting choices of the film adaptation. She said, quote, "If Jenny was telling a different story, we would tell it, but I will say this, my boyfriend in real life is Cuban, but he is very light-skinned. There are times when people online will say, of course she's with the white guy. Oh, so Asian people can only love Asian people? I can only be with my race? You're being racist unknowingly and continue to put us in a box that we don't need to be in. It's really unfair." She goes on to say, people should be able to love who they want to love. It's offensive to me. You're continuing to promote tribalism, so I can't be with who I want to be with. These are probably the same people who have an issue with the LGBT community. It's the same thing. You telling me who I can love is unfair. So I love that she's being so open about this, and she goes on to defend the author and saying that this should be a time of celebration for the author because the film is doing so well. And you know, that's such a huge accomplishment, not only to write a book, but then to have it be adapted into a film and to get rave reviews. But she says it sucks because these people are kind of taken away from the happiness that she should feel as the author. And everything she said is spot on, and I think people have a right to feel the way they feel, but when you look at film, you look at books or any creative form of art, it is an expression of your own creativity. And I understand being a diehard book fan, but that doesn't mean that it's an adaptation. Like, you have your own creativity with the film, and I think it still told a beautiful story.
I think people who are fans of books are always disappointed by movies.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's always something that you wish would have been different, the casting would have been different. But I agree with what she said. I think it's really beautiful. I think it's great to show the world that, you know, people of different races can come together and fall in love. And I'm from a biracial family, and I grew up I look white, so people thought I was just white, but like with my mom being Native American, like my parents got a lot of backlash, and I was growing up being like, why are my parents getting backlash for this? So I love that people of different races are coming together, falling in love on the big screen. I feel like we need more of that. Y'all, Ariana Grande is taking to the internet to defend her man yet again. So Barstool Sports, they tweeted out an article on Thursday titled, "Does Pete Davidson have butthole eyes?" Well, I don't want to read what the article actually said, but just know that Ariana was very offended by this article. She responded in a tweet saying, "Y'all do know this man has an autoimmune disease, right? Like, you do understand what you're doing when you do this, right? Just want to make sure. Crohn's is a chronic inflammatory bowel disease, and Pete has opened up about it in the past. However, Page Six did talk to a doctor by the name of Dr. Knapp, who is a leading gastroenterologist in New York City, who said that the reason they're sunken in is because people with Crohn's disease can sometimes become dehydrated, but when you rehydrate, they return to normal. Crohn's disease does not directly cause eyes that look sunken in." Well, many fans applauded Ariana Grande for calling them out, but the author of that article has now responded saying, "Yesterday I wrote a pretty harmless blog about Pete Davidson. As some who writes jokes for a living, I make some observational humor from time to time. Pete Davidson's eyes look like buttholes. Some people have taken that as an insult. It wasn't meant to be. In fact, many would say that it's a compliment. Moreover, I even said I'm sorry if this offends in the original blog." He then continues to explain why this is the, quote, "best time to have butthole eyes."
Aaron.
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
What?
I didn't know this was the season of butthole eyes.
I didn't either. Is that a thing now?
I mean, I'm gonna go try to make myself look. I don't even know what butthole eyes look like.
So, I mean, according to this
I mean, I don't even know if I've even seen a butthole like up close enough to be able to like,
you know,
know what a butthole eye is if I saw one.
Some people have seen the buttholes up close, but go to this article if you have the time and just check it out. Read the first paragraph, and it will explain everything and the level of detail that he goes into to explain what butthole eyes are.
So he must have seen a lot. He's like a well-lived butthole specialist.
The best part I love about this story is the doctor who pretty much is saying that the Crohn's disease has nothing to do with Pete Davidson's eyes. Like, those are just his eyes. Because I'm sure Pete Davidson drinks water, and he's been drinking water all his life because he needs that to survive, and he still has those eyes. So That's just Pete Davidson. So guys, in other news, moving away from butthole eyes, Jeffree Star has responded. If you don't know, Manny MUA released an apology video. Let's just get into it. So Manny posted this apology video Wednesday night titled My Reality Check, in which he addresses the drama between Jeffree Star, Gabriel Zamora, and even the past situation with Patrick Star. And he chalks a lot of the problems he's had with other YouTubers up to problems with communication.
And so I would rather push them away than me have a confrontation with them. I am not good with confrontation in the slightest.
So after apologizing to Gabriel and saying, I understand where he's coming from 100%, and looking back, I would change things if I could, he then brought up his feud with Patrick. He goes on to say a lot of different things in the video, and he's gotten mixed responses, but it definitely hasn't really been positive. But Jeffree has responded and dropped the mic. He tweeted, "This sums up my thoughts on his apology video. Now please stop asking me about it. I'm busy being happy." Now in the tweet, he quoted a tweet from @6clips that said, "My thoughts on Manny's apology video." And some of the quotes from that say, "Gabriel's own narrative, you definitely spoke about Jeffree behind his back, so it's your influence. You didn't want to bull Jeffree. Just because you don't talk about him on the internet doesn't mean that what you said behind his back isn't just as hurtful. You also don't give credit where it's due, only decided to after got too real. Stop saying everything is miscommunication. You didn't know how Jeffree and Patrick felt, as if it hadn't been abundantly clear. If you really gave a shit about how they felt, you would have been able to see that they were hurt. Gabriel isn't even the one who genuinely scarred Jeffree, yet he was able to rectify the situation and understand what happened. Interesting how only you could try and better things after Gabriel makes a video on your true nature. You only decide to do things when it affects you. How the f could you have been so shady but say you love them?" It goes on. They call him toxic, and it's a rant. And the fact that Jeffree responded to, or used this quote to say, "This is exactly how I feel," I don't think there's gonna be any type of recovery of a friendship there. I think it's done, and that is dead. That relationship is dead.
Yeah, and Jeffree's gonna live his best life. You know, I just feel like, should we just have a moment of silence for the beauty community on YouTube right now? Mm-hmm. That's long enough. I am so glad that this is finally almost over. I mean, I feel like this is the last apology everyone was waiting for. Now, I'm curious what the next steps are gonna be for all of their channels together. Like, what are their new uploads going to be?
Right.
Are they ever gonna be friends? Like, is Laura gonna be friends with Manny? Are they gonna be friends with Gabriel? Like, I'm really curious how that's gonna shake out. Like, Jeffree's over here living his best life. This really has something to do with him, but not a lot to do with him. It really does have to do with that group.
Yeah.
You know, and we found out that Laura lost a lot of her partnerships. I just wonder if are they gonna come back to YouTube? If they come back to YouTube, what kind of content they're gonna put out? Because I do feel like jumping back into Kylie Jenner's new smoky eye tutorial is gonna be hard for them, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how do you transition out of your last video was like my apology for saying some pretty bad things?
I mean, honestly, it's one of those situations where, because I know Manny is taking a break for a while, and he went back home with his parents, and I think it's just one of those things where the longer the break, the better. Mm-hmm. It's not gonna be like we're gonna forget about any of this stuff, but we definitely don't need you to come back next week and start doing, like what do you do? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't want to trade places with any of them, honestly. It also makes me like never want to like feud with anyone, you know? Like,
I love you all.
I just don't want to say anything if I even have a bad thing to say.
Great.
Let's end this show on a positive note. It's the weekend, it's Friday. Let's live our best life right here. So I want to know, you guys, what do you think Camila's secret project is? Is it a film? Is it a television show? Is it a docu-series?
So many options, really, honestly, truly. And also, another important question that we have for you. I can't even say this with a straight face. Just let us know what you think about this whole Pete Davidson butthole eye situation. You know, I'll just leave it at that. Just let us know what you think.
Yeah, I don't even know what to ask about it.
I know, I was just like, what do, so
do you have them? Are they a thing? Is this the season?
Were you gonna ask, do you have butthole eyes?
I don't know, I've never seen butthole eyes before. I don't know, so this is an educational show.
All right, well.
Wow, guys.
We'll be back here again on Sunday for the weekly DHR recap, and we hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye. All right, guys, but before you go, make sure you click right over here to find out how Ariana Grande called out Travis Scott.
And also, if you're here, you might as well hit the subscribe button. It's right there. It's easy to do. It's free. It's kind of like a nice feeling, too, to click it.